skin color, but so what if they have a different surname? It could be.
If it was a different surname, that would throw up. They would have to check that.
I guess
they would.
I guess
they would.
I guess
they would.
But I mean, if you've flown on the same airline
Yeah.
many times and you've had no problems, and then suddenly this one day, what's changed?
So that's true. If they were used to,
that's what shit hurt. I think.
Yeah. Well, racism is everywhere, but this particular one, I think there might definitely be something in it, but also maybe it wasn't completely out and out. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's just a job's worth, I guess.
Yeah. You know, someone being... Because you get that. It might have been really square rather than racist.
Then,
you know?
That's the thing nowadays. Like, the word of the use... I don't want to skew it from this situation.
Yeah.
Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I wasn't there, so I can't talk about that. True. It feels like in this day and age that people get so easily offended at little things.
Yeah.
Or things where... I'm not trying to offend you. You have to be so careful what you're saying nowadays.
Yeah.
Because if I say it the wrong way, then she might take it this way, and then then she calls the police, and then you know, like that. It's crazy. But I mean, in this situation, it could be because of the different last names. It could have been because of the different skin tones.
Yeah, it could have been a combination of them
as well. I understand that.
Yeah.
It's not a common thing, but maybe on that day, that guy was just like, he looked at you, he's like, huh?
Yeah.
Can you verify that? Like, maybe it's not a common thing, but he just wanted to be sure that it could have been.
Yeah.
It
might not have been, but...
Yeah.
But yeah.
Who knows? What is next? We have... Kim Kardashian asks Trump to pardon her jailed grandmother.
What's the grandmother done?
So her grandmother has been behind bars for more than 2 decades.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
For a first...
It's an interesting fact about Kim Kardashian. I didn't think it was possible.
When I saw the article, I was like, what is this? She's meeting Trump? What's this about?
Well, the Kardashians are pretty snaky.
But
they go from...
she has been in prison for over 2 decades for a first-time drug offence.
Okay.
So the reason why she's involved in the case is because her grandmother has been in prison for not 200 years, but 20 years, 2 decades. And you know how... Wait, let's do the backstory first.
Yeah.
Who Alice Marie Johnson... Let's
find out more. What's she doing?
Alice Marie Johnson, who is Kim Kardashian's grandmother.
Yeah.
She was sentenced to life in prison without parole in 1996 for a first-time non-violent drug offence.
A non-violent drug offence?
Yeah, 96.
Because, what? Because I love that phrasing, as if because you've done drugs, you're going to be violent.
Yeah. She was convicted of being a telephone mule, relaying messages between drug distributors and sellers. According to her family and supporters, Johnson has been a model inmate who is active in many programs, including work in the prison hospice. She fitted all of the criteria for former Barack Obama's clemency project in 2014, but she was denied just days before the end of his term.
Okay.
So obviously, when that happened to her, she was denied because I think the clemency project was the thing where Barack Obama, anyone who was maybe falsely incarcerated, he was...
What drugs? So she was being a... So just I missed that part.
She was a telephone mule, which means she was relaying messages between drug distributors and sellers.
So she's almost like a middleman.
Yeah, pretty much. She was the one picking up the phone. I guess.
Liaison.
Yeah, very much. And
not the worst crime in the world.
I guess not.
What, 20 years for? Was it big
she
dealers?
got life. She got life in prison without parole. Yeah.
That's what she got.
Yeah, first time non-violent drug offence. Life, no parole, for
That is cold.
You know? Life of... I mean, not even like, okay, this is your first...
Yeah.
I understand it's a gravity to of what she did, but first time offence...
Life.
But
not so. Now, not that this... Because if she's Kim Kardashian's grandmother...
Yeah.
So, not that it should play a part, because there's so many people that have had... Who aren't Kim Kardashian's grandmother, who've had more horrific things happen.
Of course, yeah.
But I'm thinking, was she not in a position of money? It sounds like that side.
I think
if she was doing job.
I think it's
Kardashians are some of the richest people in America.
It would be
right the way through their family tree now.
Kardashian is her dad.
Yeah.
So Johnson, I assume that's her mom's mom.
So that side was not looked after. Yeah. Okay, not that should be able to get her out.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, if she must not have been obviously connected, which is
it must,
sad.
I mean, it must mean that
she didn't get any
her grandma
cut of the pie.
Like that's what I mean. That's what I'm thinking.
Do you know what I mean?
But although this was in '96,
so they were still quite. They've gone on for.
When did they come into fruition? Like
the OJ trial.
The OJ.
That linked. See, basically, the Kardashians are big.
Yeah. Because obviously I watched the OJ thing. Yeah. So
they've had money in their family for years.
Yeah.
But what happened when the OJ trial was
Rob
Kardashian. Rob Kardashian.
Yeah. Rob?
Yeah, I think we're right. No, I think we're right. That's his name. No, I'm pretty sure that's right.
Is it?
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm going to look it up.
Let's just call him Ross from Friends because he played him in
the...
Let's just call him Ross.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Ross Kardashian. Because I was... So basically, Ross Kardashian and that whole OJ thing, in a way, was the first seeds of reality TV. Okay? That's the first seeds of reality TV in a weird way for America because that's what it became. So all those names associated with OJ started to go... Oh, because they've been brought into court and their name's been called up, and they started to use that fame to then set up.
Because no one used to get their name. Because I found that. Did you watch the OJ versus the People?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Ross from Friends.
Yeah, of course. So obviously, they never used to get his name right.
Yeah.
And now it's funny that they never used to get his name right back then, and he was kind of the guy who pretty much helped get OJ off.
Yeah.
And now the Kardashians are in everyone's mouth, and no one gets that name wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what you're saying. I mean. They were the seeds.
They were the seeds right there. That's how you got the Kardashian show from the OJ trial.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
So I'm blaming OJ.
Hey man.
For that. Oh man, that was Did you watch that then?
I
did watch. How gripping and fascinating was that?
It was so interesting.
It was about so many things, but the crime itself, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But
the performances were brilliant as well. I've got to say, every single person in it.
Gooding Jr. What is his name?
Johnny Cochran. I thought it was him. I thought he'd turn up and played himself. I thought it was that good.
Yeah. But it was really interesting to see it from this way.
Yeah.
And because a lot of it, I've heard the stories because I grew. I guess I was born in '91, so it was happening while I was growing up. I heard of OJ, but not really know who he is much until you do the research and you find out he was this baseball player and everything like that. But then, did you know how did he come out of prison now?
Oh no, he's in for. I don't think he's had his sentence. I think he's still in for those.
Is he still in?
For the
because I thought he was coming out.
I thought it's at that point where he's either he was given the chance, but they didn't allow. It didn't go through. So I think I'd like to get facts on that because I know it was coming up when he was either due to have his appeal basically.
Appeal. One,
But whether he got his appeal and it didn't go through, I don't think he's out. But it's funny. If the glove don't fit,
but did you
can't convict? That was the line that won it when he's messing about with that glove, overacting, and then he's an actor though, wasn't he? Have you seen Naked Gun?
Yeah. But like, it was funny that
he ain't that good an actor because you can clearly see.
But he, did you know that at the time when he was going down to when he got sentenced and put in prison, he was looking to buy like NBC.
I know. Yeah.
And if he had actually had gone through and he didn't go to prison, can you imagine?
Well, is that enough reason to? Wasn't that Tiger Woods as well? He was just, you know, are you sure it was the OJ case that was about to happen? Because it's funny.
No. I remember I heard it.
I wonder if that's part of the.
I'm not sure if I heard it on someone else's podcast or I looked it up and stuff after I heard it, but 100% he was about to buy some big.
So do you think possibly that seems a bit convenient? Are you saying that they did that to stitch him up?
Hey man, NBC, I love your programming.
Yeah. no, because it's interesting.
But no, it's interesting. It is. It's
part of the deep-rooted racism in America. Yeah. Can't have him owning that show, that program.
But at the same time, that technically.
Or do they just choose when to reveal? So we're keeping tabs. You stay there, but don't try and get our show. But so in a way, he did do it, but they chose to bring it up to the surface.
No, but I mean, did you see the hidden tapes? They released them quite recently. Where I can't remember, have NBC or Fox or somewhere, they found like an interview that they had lost, and it basically was an interview of OJ, and he was talking about his book that he wrote.
Yeah, if I did it, this is how.
Yeah, and
I haven't read it, but
and basically in this interview, the interviewer was basically asking him about certain parts of the book where he talks about if he did it.
Yeah,
and the way how he's talking about it, the whole thing, it kind of sounds like he did it. He's like he says, obviously the character, if I did it, like I would obviously go into the
confession.
But then the way how he's not talking about the book as in, because obviously the book's written in the first person as well. So then when he's talking about the book, instead of saying he's then saying, well then I obviously around that time I would have been this and that. And you're just like,
I'd like to hear that actually.
Oh wait, I'll try and see if I can find it on YouTube for you. If I did it. Yeah. OJ. If I did OJ interview.
What happens if you need a wee whilst we're recording?
Oh, then you just go out.
You have to hold it in.
And I'll just talk on my own. Let me find the clip. I would have watched it though. So, guys, I'll just do this while Sean goes to the loo. It's just me and you guys. I never usually talk to you alone. Maybe I should do a show all by myself. Or maybe that's kind of long. Anyway, thank you at home for listening. If you're enjoying the show, don't forget to subscribe on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's all at My Opinion Means. And send us an email if you want to get your opinion heard, or you just want to share your opinion about the show. I would love to hear it. Actually, hang on. This is I'm trying to not make there be dead silence, and it's so hard if I'm the only human in the room. So, is it this one? I'm just going to click 2018. This one?
That's everybody right now. Dropshipping, pulling the Facebook ads.
Alright.
O.J. Simpson is making headlines again, this time for an old interview that was recorded 12...
Yeah, this is the one, right? No, but there's a better one.
Find it.